It's now time.
I'm so excited.
Oh no! I actually love you, but
Oh, it's so wrong. I gotta go. I got something to do. Not as exciting as this. I'll tell you that right now, but.
You know what, guys? I'm starting off with a real hot take today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting off with a real crackpot theory. This was a good episode. I thought this was a good episode. I thought front to back, this was classic Survivor. But you know why? You know why people don't like this episode? Because this is not the episode that saves the season. This didn't change any trajectories. But, like, this was a good episode. We got what we wanted, people. We just gotta appreciate that. We got camp life in the Big 25. We got adventures. We got survival scenes in the Big 25, ladies and gentlemen. And
I didn't see no fish. I want to see someone catch a fish, Will, if I'm seeing survival scenes.
Okay. Not the gut-wrenching chicken assassination.
Oh God.
That's nothing to you? That whole scene was just...
I can't. Honestly, I told myself, I said, even if I was on the island, I don't think I would eat the chicken. Like, I don't eat meat. And that was tough. That was so tough. Yeah, I think I kind of blurred that out of my memory, Will. Completely out.
I don't blame you, because that was really sad. But joining with me, we have Josh the Pickle. And I don't blame you, Gemini. I had to keep notes for my notebook. How else can I write about all of Survivor 49 on my spiral notebook?
We need to bring back the fish. I'm telling you, I want to see the next grouper.
Honestly,
going out bringing a fish.
Well, Matt tried doing that.
Nobody gets a fish anymore. That's what I don't know. I want to bring back the Survivor fisher. Bring someone who can fish.
That's honestly an interesting point to bring up. I think that's for another podcast episode about, the fact that old school Survivor will never really come back because it's so metagamed now, in my opinion, where it's like you can't. Rome did catch fish. That is a good point from Gemini. How dare you forget about Rome's
My bad.
fish. 2 for him, the rest for his starving tribe mates. Shout out Rome, by the way. We love Rome here. But, I'm glad you brought that up because I don't think we can have any classic fishermen. I think with the games being so short and with tribals happening so often now and the game constantly happening, like we saw a clip of Matt like trying to catch fish in the water on the same episode he got voted out in. Related, coincidental, I don't know. But it doesn't help the case, right?
All right.
Josh, how'd you think about the episode? Because I feel like not a lot of people enjoyed it like I did.
I predicted that this was gonna happen. I mean, it was pretty. Let me put it this way. I had a thought, and I was wondering why we aren't getting this much of it lately. I feel like these past seasons have really shown us as viewers that a lot of these episodes, right when they get to the merge, or we start to kind of feel those dynamics out, it just kind of feels like it's predictable. I would love to see a Survivor season where the editors don't really give us much. They give us very vague confessionals as to where people are going to vote at instead of definitive answers. I feel like it shows us so much of where these episodes are leading that I want to be caught off guard. I miss a Survivor season where there were players that were really getting caught off guard. And actually, in my opinion, I thought that was 46. I think that was the last season for me that we got a season where there was a lot of blind sides, a lot of what's going to happen next. I feel like 47, 48, now 49 have been really predictable seasons when it got to the merge. You knew who was going to go. That's why I think Operation Italy was really, really big because it was such a big blind side that that was something you couldn't really predict before that episode. But I feel like everything else has really set the tone. really shows you whether it's confessionals or whether it's just gameplay in general. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Survivor isn't being very equitable with the edit anymore as it used to be, which sucks. That was one of my biggest praises of US Survivor. Lord knows I've gone on my rant plenty of times in Stockwatch past. And the problem now is that, you know, they don't do things knowing that we live in this kind of world. Like the fact that they're trying to still hide the 49 representation on Survivor 50 when A should have known it would have been leaked anyways and just to have been forthcoming. B, they're not editing the season any differently, knowing that there's 2 players going on the next season, knowing that it's probably going to be leaked, knowing that a lot of 49 is going to be heavily leaked as well because of just how imbalanced the edit is. I'm not going to say anything just in case because I don't know. It's a very weird flow of information going on with the 49 leaks, and I don't want to get Stockwatch in trouble. But it's very aggravating and it's very annoying because time and time again, Josh came into this episode saying there's a few players to just not talk about because what is there to say, you know? And it's unfortunate that that's kind of how we have to operate the machinery now. And real quick too, I want to say what's up to Bandit Survivor and Jay as well. And apparently Jonathan also fished. Did you know that? I feel like
to be honest, 42 feels so long ago. It feels so long ago. I would consider like 41 through 43 as like, in my opinion, the pre-new era, and like 44 on as modern new era. Like it's my own prediction, but like in my mind, I keep 41 and 43 separate from all the other new era seasons.
Yeah,
I feel like that was very experimental new era for me.
I would put 44 in that experimental.
Really,
box,
you would? Okay.
Yeah, because it was still 60-minute episodes. It had the bird cages. They still tried to like experiment heavily with like different twists. And it's didn't like it has that kumbaya. It's kind of like the transitional period. It's like what Big Brother 15 is in the eras of Big Brother. But I don't want to talk about Big Brother 15. Let me just say. And before we get into it too, Jim and I had a question mainly for me, Josh. Sorry about that, Josh. But you can also answer it too. I personally don't take into account the episode titles because I think that they are ultimately just kind of random. Jeff Probst gets some every now and then. I think if you are a winner, it is always a good sign to get episode titles. However, it means that you're just being loved in the edit and not getting purpled. Agree, disagree, Josh? Feeling different?
Well, I think it's a good question because I'm currently doing this fantasy game where you have to win immunity by answering questions on the episodes, and one of those questions that I got to answer weekly is who says the episode title. So this specific episode was really difficult because I was being told I'm a wolf baby. So when I'm listening to that, I'm like, who could that possibly be? And I felt like I was a little bit surprised that it was Sage. It was a Sage blow-up episode. This was a great episode for Sage. This was a great episode. However, I don't think it's going to continue. I think that this was only good because this was Sage's episode to say, hey, y'all, I'm willing to move with you. Let's take out Shannon. But I still don't think that necessarily puts Sage in a better position. So with that, I think, like you said, Will, it is random. It's very random. I think it's only whatever this major narrative that they're trying to tell for that episode, it's going to be the person who's telling that narrative that's going to get it. That's where I'm like, go kick rocks. Like that was Nate when Matt was throwing out his name. Like the whole narrative of that episode was Nate going after Matt. So yeah. I think it's just based on who's running the narrative for the round.
I get that. And Sage dominated the narrative this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think you would even agree with that. You could also argue Savannah as well if you really wanted to get into it. speaking of getting into it, do you just want to get into it, Mr. Josh?
I like getting into it.
Yeah, get into it. I know there's not really much to say because everyone and their grandma said that this player was getting voted out. But poor Jason.
Yeah.
Poor Jason. He never really had a chance in this world, I don't think. You know? Like, I don't blame Jason for playing the way he did. That man was clearly never going to make it far once the tribe swap happened. And I think it's a little unfortunate for Jason. Do you think he could have done anything to survive, or was it just kind of...
Oh, yes. I would like to actually get into this. I think there's a lot that Jason could have done to survive. I think the starting nail in the coffin was don't tell the tribe swap tribe that has the majority stake in terms of who they've been with originally that you're going to be tribe strong. When you're in a minority, that puts you on the bottom. Honestly, to me, I think that was a detriment to Jason's game. I think it really, really hurt him. Going around and saying that you're willing to be tribe strong when you only have 2 people to back it up doesn't put you in a good spot. You need to be willing and open to work with new people. Recognize that position. You're on the bottom. They took out Matt, and then it felt like Jason was willing to say, I'm willing to be open. And even through all of that strategy, it was Savannah that had to give him the tool that he needed to go to everyone else and say, hey, listen, I'm that thread that you guys need. But he wasn't as convincing. He didn't really sell the players. It felt like he was just kind of asking, oh, I'm here. I got my hands up. And I feel like it really put him on the outs. Sophie was already taken in. We know who's going to go next if they go to tribal. But for me, I feel like there was a lot Jason could have done, but Jason wasn't playing this game hard at all. He was kind of like him and Matt were playing that I'm laid back game. Like we're good. Matt was trying to make moves, but Matt wasn't necessarily clean with his moves. He was messy. Mm-hmm. He was just being so undiscreet. Like what's the word that I'm looking? He was being very open about what he wanted to do. And you need to have discretion when you're playing Survivor to an extent. I feel like Jason wasn't playing the game. He was being honest. He was being open, and that's fine. You can be an honest and open player, but you have to find allies. You have to gain numbers. You can't just hope for a crack. You should hope that you can find a way to infiltrate yourself into that. If you can't attack him, like if you can't use the numbers to fight against the majority, join him.
Yeah. I think I disagree only because I think that no matter what, it never really mattered. I think that Jason could have approached the tribe swap any number of ways, and I don't think it truly would have mattered because the Ulis, they were always going to be strong. He swapped with a alliance, and the only chance he really had was getting Jawan, who we know is on the bottom. We know Jawan is on the bottom of Uli outside of probably Sage, getting her, Matt, and then other Sophie, and being like, hey, we need to stick together. The problem is Savannah already went to Sophie already, and Jawan doesn't know his position whatsoever. And we'll get to Jawan. Lord knows we'll get to Jawan. But I think he could have done a lot more, but at the same time, he wasn't able to do anything anyways. And I'd rather him try to, play for the long game anyways, and still prove himself to be a very trustworthy and sharp, straightforward shooter, because that's what Savannah preferred and liked, and he was able to play to that. It just didn't pan out for him, sadly. And yeah, Jason had a bad swap, nothing he could do. And we knew Jason was leaving when.
But I'm still gonna stand by this. Like, props to Jason for surviving the first tribal council and having Matt. But I think Matt made himself a bigger target, just with his mouth in general.
True.
For me though, I don't think it's a bad swap. I really don't think we got enough of Jason. I think they really tried to give Jason, I feel like Jason could have had a great story here. You had this alternate come on, last minute. He's told the night before he's coming to play. Like, I feel that, I think you said this, Will, Survivor and CBS would have loved every opportunity to bite on a story like that, to say at any moment you can get called to be on Survivor and you could win, right? They would have loved that narrative. But Jason just didn't play this game that strong. We like even on his old tribe, he was on the bottom. He wasn't in anything. Nobody wanted to play with him. So
Matt wanted to play with him.
To me,
he had Matt.
He
also had I thought he had Steven as well.
Did he? We didn't see anything on old Hina. If anything, I've never heard anyone say I want to play with Jason.
No, Josh, you're taking the edit pill. You're not seeing
me. The edit is telling me everything.
No, it's not. The edit is telling you what the edit wants you to know. I think it's very likely that Jason probably has a backlog of like 40 confessionals of him being like, I was the alternate. Now I'm here playing Survivor. Look at me. Jeff Probst probably has 20 of the, you want to be just like Jason or MC? Apply now. The problem is that the editors knew that he got voted out on day 10. The 5th person voted out on an unlucky tribe swap. And they just didn't put any stock into his story because they knew that in the grand scheme of things, his boot would have been obvious anyways. It's kind of like how Randon from 46 had like no edit whatsoever and had a very weird edit because he got medevaced. Or how Jake, had a very weird, bizarre edit because he was so villainous, but everything he did was being portrayed as a hero. It's because he was medevaced in episode 3 and that everything just kind of made sense and worked out anyways. That's what I feel with Jason. I just don't want to call a player a bad player. I know you're not.
I wanted to see more from Jason, but it's just, for me, I think the reason why I feel this way is because I feel like it had like the moves weren't there, but the answers needed to be given to him. The strategy needed to be told. I cannot see it. I don't know why. Like that nail in the coffin. As soon as I heard and then say I'm gonna stay tribe strong, I was like, just put yourself on the bottom. But I did find this interesting for the editors. The last 2 vote outs, Jason and Matt, the editors showed in the immunity challenge that they were really kind of holding the other tribe up in some aspect. Remember how Jason was kind of like needed a break and they kept really, really focusing on that? I think that's interesting that they've been showing that lately.
Yeah. I mean, I do think Survivor has very subtle editing stunts and little things they do. Like, I always remember the auction of Survivor 45. Right, when Kelly got the margarita, like super spooky music started playing, and I remember watching it live, and I had Kelly as my number 1 pick like the entire season, and I'm like, this is how Kelly goes. And then what happened? She got voted out. So I think they like doing the little bits of subtlety for the knowing ones, for the sick freaks out there who write down all the confessionals and all the big moments. I got like 5 notebooks now. It's rough. Anywho, you want to start talking about stocks?
Let's talk.
Because I think this next person is the reason why I think no matter what, Jason and Matt were always screwed. And that's Jawan, who had the worst episode I've seen in a long, long time. But like very unintentionally, very unaware. This was a really classic Dodo episode.
That's a way to put it.
I mean, it's true. Dodo is the best way I could describe Jawan's this episode, and I think Jawan would even agree with me with just how the episode played out.
I mean, there's nothing Jawan could have done. Yeah, you had to essentially watch somebody who went home go home. There's even if Jawan wanted to, I don't think Jawan can get the numbers.
No.
So it would be what? It would be Jawan, him, and who? I mean, Jawan, Jason, and who?
No, I agree. The problem is it's not about the journey, it's about the destination and getting there. And Jawan's approach of getting to that Jason boot, he was very confident in his own position in the game. And I don't think Jason was necessarily wrong for saying the things he was saying. I am impressed he didn't say Spanish name. He said Rizga, and that was his target, which is very strange because it was never really explained at all. But that's just
He
Survivor.
just said, "I just want to do it." Like, there's no preparation.
I'm sure there's preparation. I just, we don't understand why, because they didn't build up Jason as a strong character at all. They just wanted to focus all on, Kelly and Rizgod. But I think Jawan is just very confident in his position. And I don't think he's like trying to have this rivalry with Savannah. I don't even think he knows the rivalry.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. There's no way he knows.
But he's still pissing off the people in power. He is really shutting down all lines of communication to the people on the bottom. Because once you're the one who's lying to the people and being like, being the one to try to make it seem like you're Jason's friend so he doesn't play the shot in the dark, it kind of ruins your credibility. And I think as the season goes on, I don't know where Jawan's going to go. I think, honestly, between me, you, and the mailman, I think he's the Mergatory boot. I want to lock that in. I think so.
Well, I mean, technically, I think if so, I don't think the Mergatory boot is next, but I do think that that the 11th is going to be the Mergatory boot.
Yeah, and I think it could be Juwan. Personally,
well, I don't think Juwan's the next to go. I definitely don't. But
yeah,
I can see him going. I can see him going soon.
I mean, it could be the next player we have on our list. Just real quick, Sophie S. again did nothing this episode. Still pissing off Survivor producers. We love to see it, Sophie. Thanks for
they're not giving Sophie anything, which is really I feel really bad.
So I haven't been able to watch the episodes live, and so I'll spoil myself on like who gets voted out, just because I don't really care about spoilers like that. And I was more excited to hear that Sophie had a confessional this episode than hearing about Jason getting voted out. Like I saw Jason getting voted out. I saw Jack was in the group chat going, this episode could have been an email. Shout out to you, Jack.
Yeah.
But hearing about Sophie S's confessional, dude, shout out to the chickens. Do you have anything you want to say about Sophie S, Josh?
They're not giving Sophie much. I want to see gameplay from Sophie, but we can't because Sophie's not going to tribal. Sophie won't go to tribal council, Will. Why won't Sophie go to tribal?
I'm trying to find the comment from Bandit here. The foodie winner arc. Sophie's just well fed, bro. Shout out Sophie, man.
Honestly, Sophie, go to tribal, please.
Don't go to tribal.
You. I want to see Sophie have more to talk about. I need Jeff asking Sophie a question. I need something from Sophie. I really need it. I'm dying. I'm dying for more Sophie content, Will. I need more Sophie content.
Oh, yeah. Back on the Jawan. I mean, I agree with the Sophie content. Sorry, I got distracted with more Jawan conversations. How do you think about Jawan rigging the rock draw?
Well, I think it was smart.
Also, that's good.
If anybody saw the 8 show on Netflix, it kind of reminded me of that. If anybody knows what that show is, it was like,
I don't.
Ooh. It was there's one part where the contestants in the game found out that there was rigging when it came to picking who was always on top. And that's essentially what happened. The people always had a group that always made sure that their group always won. And when Jawan did that, I thought it was a good move. But is it a good move for him? Because I mean, all in all, it only showed more trust, and Nate got nothing out of it. But still, like, I don't know. I would want to play.
Yeah. I'm the end of the day kind of guy. So at the end of the day, he still was helping out the people who don't trust him.
But he's done that like twice now, and they still don't trust him.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it is a strong move But I get the point of it. I still like it for what it is. I just don't think Jawan should be doing what he's doing. But I don't blame him for doing it because he doesn't know. And that's really the end of the day. Speaking of not knowing and unawareness.
Oh, I'm ready.
We have Shannon low now. We have
Mark
Shannon
my
real
words.
low.
Will Shannon will be the next to go.
Give me a second.
Shannon
Give me a second.
will
Give
be
me a second.
The next player to go.
I don't know why.
What's crackpot about that?
I think Shannon is a. I don't know. Part of me, I want to. Maybe it's just copium. I want to see Shannon farther. I want to see Shannon.
I don't think we're gonna see her.
We're not.
I think Shannon's gonna get booted off the next episode. This was a major episode to set up next episode when Shannon gets voted out. I think they're gonna lose this challenge and they're gonna vote out their own, or they're gonna at least say, let's say this. Let's throw this in the hypothetical. Hannah's gonna be like, oh shoot, Jason's gone. We need to lose this challenge. We need to take one of them out. Because if they take Sophie out, then what are we gonna do then? Then it's just gonna be them steamrolling. I think we're gonna see a throw. I think we're gonna see a throw, and they're gonna vote out Shannon and say we need to take them out, and Sage becomes one of us.
Yep.
So I think this was a massive tank to Shannon. The stock, it's down. It's selling at less than pennies. You lost your entire investment.
If you're trying to buy bread with Shannon stock, you need a wheelbarrow full of it.
Honestly,
elite ball knowledge right
Shannon, there. I don't even think for my sell high and buy low. I don't even think I would even ask you to sell Shannon. At this point, it's so low, you can't even make anything. You might as well keep her. Keep her.
Shannon's been sold, bro. I sold Shannon stock last episode. I saw the writing on the wall.
At the tribe swap. Honestly, I think this is it.
I will say.
What's up?
I will say Shannon's been a fantastic TV character. Can I just say that?
No, I won't. Okay, honestly, I won't discredit that. Shannon has been great for television. Shannon has been a fun character to be around. I mean, just seeing it, it's just. I don't think Shannon's going to survive. If Jason was swap screwed, then Shannon is swap screwed. In my opinion, I don't think Shannon would have ever survived this tribe swap if you ran the same scenario 1,000 times. I really do think Shannon needed a little bit more numbers. But I do think that this is the last hurrah. Shannon will go home next episode. Next week, I don't think it's going to be tribes of 3 or 4. I think they want everyone to think that. But that's why would they do that? I think that's actually the reward challenge. And groups intermingled are actually playing for a sanctuary visit. Or they broke up a 3-part challenge like they've done every season so far, pretty much, that I can remember in recent history. And those are 3 different groups competing for one individual immunity. Wait, Mike Bloom confirmed it? You're lying. Wait, this is breaking news for me. There's 3 tribes of 4?
Shout out Survivor, man.
What?
They just hate tribes of 2. They just hate Survivor.
Do that. No, they can't do that. They can't do that. Why?
Because Survivor hates us, man. They're I don't know.
3 tribes of 4? We've never seen that tribe swap before. But it's only for 1 episode. Okay, so we're going to do a tribe swap for 2 episodes. Then we're going to do another tribe swap.
I mean, Cambodia did that. Cambodia did 2 tribe swaps.
This is going to be 3 tribe swaps. Oh, no, this is 2. Well, I was thinking of the merge, sorry. like it's too many. It's too many. In like just like in the span of 3-4 episodes, I don't really like that. That really could hurt people's games. I think it really screwed a lot of people's games. I would have liked if you were gonna do a tribe swap like that, I would have liked 3. Keep it at 3.
Yeah.
Don't make it 2. Oh, I don't like that. Sorry, not a big fan of the twist.
Jay just ruined Josh's day.
Yeah, I think you just ruined my whole next week.
So what I'm hearing is that Sophie Esco's now next episode.
No, please.
If she does, she'll get screen time.
Oh, wait, hold up. So, Jay, I like that. You said split into 3 groups. Only one group wins, and the other 2 groups go to tribal together and vote one person off. Interesting.
Unless, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say unless they all
So,
live on the same camp and do like a One World-esque.
Diana's asking, wait, I missed it, chat. What happened? You missed me finding out that apparently there's going to be another tribe swap next week. 3 tribes of 4 people, which is insane. I don't like that at all.
And Jason,
I mean, Shannon's definitely here's the problem with Shannon. There is a whole group of 6 players who are already in agreement that they're willing to vote out Shannon. That's a bigger group of players that's willing to go after one person than the entire opposite tribe that now has 5 people with the 4 Uli members and Sophie. Like those 6 itself overrun. Like Sage and all of Hina can dominate this game if they vote out Shannon and or just go after the other tribe. Like it's written for that group right now. It really is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Do we think, let me ask you this then. I'll ask you when we get to that player. But I think now that's it for Shannon for me.
It is for me as well. I'm just saying Shannon burnt like a star this season. No matter what, if she goes next episode or the episode after, I just love a good villain, and I'm just happy that Shannon is such a good unintentional villain, because I don't think she's intentionally trying to play the game. Like obviously she's like, oh, I'm nice to everyone. People like my energy. I want to use that, but I don't think she understands the undertones of what she's saying that Sage is picking up on, and I want more of this. This is peak casting right here, Survivor. It's the South Pacific of it all.
They were literally talking at the beginning of the game. I literally thought episode 1, they were the closest connection. They were locked in, and now what a turn.
Shout out to South Pacific coach, man. Up next though, we have Christina, who
this is another player that I don't have a lot to say about, just strictly because Christina is in a position where she's not getting that many confessionals. We're getting one specific point, her opinions on how she feels about Sage. This to me tells me that this is really important, that at some point Christina is going to become a strong advocate for Sage when Sage's time comes. I think Sage is going to go before Christina. That's why I think it's important that Christina is the one that's saying it, because it's going to be Christina who's going to vocalize her opinion and say Sage. I don't know why those are the only confessionals we're getting from Christina. Is the last 2 episodes have been strictly about how she feels with Sage and the new connections on her group. That's it. That's really it. It's been pretty much bland, but she did have a great moment. No, Christina.
No. Christina, I know, but her friendship with Shannon, Shannon
with Sage. I thought it was. Sage? I thought, yeah. Christina. I think you mean Shannon. What do you mean? No, I thought. Oh, okay. Wait, am I mixing them up? I thought Christina I thought Christina felt good with Sage.
No, she felt good with Shannon at first because they connected because of their parents. And then that's why Christina had her background.
You're right.
But no.
I did mix that up. It is Shannon. But I
still
want to reiterate that. Yeah. I still want to reiterate that point. that still makes sense then, because if it is Shannon, I do think is going to go before Christina. I think this is
Yes,
really
I agree.
important because they
Mhm.
want to show where Christina stands in this moment. So again, that's still an important thing to note. But Christina had a great moment looking for the idol underneath the bench, sitting out. I thought that was funny. So shout out to Christina for that. But that's all I got. That's all I got for Christina. She keeps winning. She's
Yeah.
in the same boat with me and Sophie. Okay, Sophie, Christina, you need to lose. It's time to lose. Time to go to tribal. You haven't got your torch yet.
At least get fire.
At
And
least
then
get fire, right?
Shannon has a
Get
friend
it
at
in.
home who's a mom. Shannon's peak casting. But Christina did say that she was going to turn on Sage or turn on Shannon because of what Steven and MC were telling her. Christina is just very passive as of right now, which can be a working strategy, but just with the limited amount of screen time, the lack of confessionals, lack of any real pulse or feel for the game, and not a lot of just second point. Yeah.
Sorry, Jay just dropped the tribe swap.
Yeah.
MC Rizzo, Savannah, Sophie, Jawan, Sage, Shannon, Steven, Alex, Christina, Nate, and Sophie.
I wonder
Whoa.
who's going to tribal. I wonder.
But
if
who would be the
Hina-
other? Who would be the other tribe? Oh my! If that were to happen, that tells me that Kella and Uli go to tribal.
Yeah. Well, Hina could go to tribal too.
That new Hina is the only tribe to win.
It doesn't
Because
mean
how else would they, like, if Shannon's the next to go, how else would they have the numbers to vote out Shannon?
True. I mean, I think Savannah would.
That's if Shannon's the next to go.
I mean, it could also just be Sophie. It could be Hina and Uli, and then they just say, "Hey, we got to cut either Sophie or Christina." Probably Sophie.
That new Hina tribe is monstrous. Yeah. That would be a monster Final Four. Like, that would be I think that is my Final Four. That would be a monster Final Four.
I mean, I don't know. You're just a big MC fan.
So, but like, see, if those are the tribes, I'm having trouble with that, because like Jawan, Sage, Shannon, Steven, if Shannon went to tribal, how does she go home? How does she go home? Unless Sage tells Jawan, we gotta vote out Shannon.
Unless Jay is gaslighting us. Nah.
Yeah,
Mike Bloom Jay. Isn't real.
That honestly, if those are factful and those are the actual tribe swaps, that's going to be very interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to raise some questions, because what I can see is, let's play this down the line, right? Let's say that hypothetically that is true and Shannon goes home, right? Let's say that she goes to tribal. We'll say new Uli goes, right? You already have Alex, Christina, Nate, and Sophie, where Nate is going to need the convincing on voting out Shannon, which I don't know if he'd be willing to do that because he had an alliance with her from the original tribe. So that's going to need some convincing to begin with. If Sage goes to Juwan and says, hey, we got to vote out Shannon, then that's a 3 there to vote out Shannon. But I see how there could be a narrative where if Savannah didn't go to tribal, she's like, why we should vote out Juwan for flipping. This is even more reason to vote out Juwan. So it would put Juwan even in a worse scenario. I'm just running scenarios here, but those are interesting tribe swaps.
Yeah. I'm a little peeved that they're not they last for an episode.
I don't like that. If they last for an episode, that's giving Murgatory for me. For me, I feel that there's these tribe swaps, but I think it's not tribe swaps. I think it's 3 separate groups competing for immunity. I can't believe they're doing another tribe swap.
Yeah. Jay says, I think New Kelly and New Uli are going to go to tribal together. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Off Sophie or maybe Shannon or Jawan to go. No gaslighting. You sure, Jay?
I think MC's a compyist. I really don't think that she's going to tribal. Which is going to be interesting because how will MC claim their idol?
Just maybe at the
MC
merge.
just never has a vote.
Maybe beware advantages are stupid. Maybe we shouldn't do them all the time anymore. Maybe just give people idols.
Yeah, because MC is literally MC hasn't claimed their idol in so long.
Like, what are we doing here? Poor.
Honestly, it's
we don't need the beware
just
advantage.
give the idol straight up. Yeah, because like the last time I can remember that they gave a straight up idol out with that wasn't beware wasn't that Sue?
Probably, I think so.
Sue
but even then,
it was
that
the
was
red
still
paint
like
idol, but she had to do something for it, I guess.
Like they make it like because they make it obvious too. It's like 44 with the bird cages, right?
Yeah,
it's just rough. But going back on track here, gang, you know how it's going. Not much to really say about Christina again, outside of just scenarios about what could happen at the swap. But she's not very not being shown in the edit much. It's sad. But who is getting shown in the edit now? Someone I've been waiting to talk about. We have Sage. Yeah. We already kind of talked about Sage a lot by proxy of talking about Shannon.
Yeah.
I don't think Sage is winning because her whole edit right now is about Sage or is about Shannon. However, this was a good episode for Sage. This was a real good episode.
Yeah.
She's moving up.
I would say, yeah, she moved up only one for both of us. Both of us ranked her the same, but I still keep her at the bottom. Like, no matter what, it's a big episode for Shannon. We're getting that, but I don't think it's big enough to move Sage's stock. Because I don't think that this is necessarily a move where it's Sage's move. Sage is just the big one, the one that's flipping. So Sage is getting all the attention for this. But even if Sage votes out Shannon, it still puts Sage at the bottom. She's not in a major alliance with Uli. We have Kella completely dead. And now we're sitting here on an old Hina tribe that's not going to vote for one of their own. They don't have any intermingled dynamics where they wanted to vote people out like that's in Uli. Uli is more complex. Hina is straightforward. They're not going to vote out their own. They're loyal to each other. And that's a very rare thing to have. But Sage, sorry, it doesn't move you up as much as it essentially should. I need to see more gameplay. The consistency needs to be there.
I think with Sage, there is a gap between number 8 and number 7 for me. But as each episode goes on and as Sage gets further and further higher, I think the gap gets smaller and smaller. It's still a little big right now, but I think with enough time, with enough love and care, Sage could have a really good edit. And I still don't know about Winter, but I could see Deep Run. I could see having like Genevieve upside of having quiet episodes and then bam, explosion once there's a path that gets cleared, right? Because like Genevieve was so wrapped around Rome for the first 3 episodes. And but I think Sage kind of played this episode beautifully. I think did everything she had to do. She waited until it was time to strike and wait until there was a reason. I think Shannon was a player who hit the ground running very early on, which sketched out a lot of Hina members. It sketched out Steven, certainly, and MC, who did a lot of the legwork as well to really rally the troops around. And pulling in Sage gets her at least an in with Hina because there's not a lot of Hina. So I'd rather be on the bottom of Hina than the bottom of Uli when there's still 6 Uli members. And when it's time to cut people, they're either cutting you, Jawan, or Shannon at this point. So I'm happy that Sage is finally getting screen time, and it's not just her being weird, and she has like legitimate strategic chops because Sage can play. That's what we learned, and I'm happy to see Sage play. But I also don't really have much more to say about Sage because again, everything we said about Sage, we kind of said while we're talking about Shannon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shannon and Sage really came in a package deal for this episode because both of their stories were kind of intertwined. So, I mean, that happens on Stockwatch sometimes, you know. You got to sometimes talk about 2 people at once.
Just how it is. It's how we be doing. Anywho, we got Alex now, who
Okay.
is kind of in a weird spot because I still don't know if he's getting just enough because he was in every tribal council and now fine, or if he's like a main character. It's hard to say with Alex. It really
There's
is.
still the cooldown, I think, for Sophie and Alex. Like, even though Sophie's still going to tribal council, they really cool down from giving Alex and Sophie a lot of the confessionals. I mean, Alex won again. There's not much to talk about with Alex, but I don't think Alex is in as good of a position as people think. I don't think he is. I think Sophie is in a better position on her tribe than Alex is on his tribe. And that's why I'm ranking Alex in this spot. Alex right now is at my middle ground players, the 7-6 spot. Every single time I write one of these, the person who I put in the middle is the person who I'm most unsure of. And right now, I didn't get a lot from Alex last episode, so I'm really unsure about him. He can skyrocket his game with some luck, or he can really shoot down with a bad move. So right now I'm keeping him at the middle because I'm unsure.
Yeah. And that's ultimately the best spot to really put him. He did get like more screen time than Sophie technically, but I feel like Alex gets just a lot of content.
He got more screen time because he had a one-on-one with Shannon in that whole series with Shannon and Sage. So I think it's valid. You know?
Yeah.
He's still a big character. He still found an idol. He's still one of our idol finders this season.
And we don't know how Alex feels about going with Uli or Hina. I would agree, but he still hasn't gone to tribal yet. And I don't blame Alex from taking that breather and taking that break of, I'm not going to tribal. Let me just make my connections with people early on. I don't blame you for removing them because that is weird. But I also felt like we got some personal content this episode from Alex with the whole chicken situation.
Yeah.
As soon as I said that, I know there's a delay on the streams. As soon as I said that, your comment popped up. So just so we're on the same page here, Jay. You know, I mean, Alex is just a safe bet. He's kind of like Austin from 45, just not really. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah. Right. Gemini also brought up the chicken moment. Like I said, like I don't eat meat. Like that stuff's squeamish for me, so I completely blocked it out of my head. I didn't want to even look at it. But yeah. So with that, I think that also shows some great content, and you know, that could be a bonding experience for Alex and Steven. I mean, I think the real bromance should have been Alex and Steven. I think that is more of a likely duo that can go far in the game than Alex was with Jake. Yeah, honestly, because Jake was just too. You can't ignore Jake. Like, there's no way that you can look anywhere else and not see Jake. Like, Jake's gonna be there. He's there. So I would think that too. That, but again, you know, 6-7. That's where I would put him.
All right, man. All right, calm down, bro. Real quick with Alex, I want to propose a little something. And this might be a little insane to say, but like, I feel like Alex goes with Hina, really, because I mean he's on the tribe with the majority, and I think right now Alex is making a lot of allegiances to Hina. I think he's been shown to be good, at least with Steven and MC. They came together to talk about Shannon early on.
Well, then that puts Sophie and Alex in a really powerful spot, because
that's what I'm
Sophie
saying.
comes in and says, "I got the Ulis," and Alex says, "I have the Hinas." Like,
I wouldn't even say crackpot, because Alex wasn't really shown to be good with Sage at all, and like, yes, he was good with Shannon at first. Everyone was, and then he also realized this episode that he's not good with Shannon anymore. What I'm saying is, I don't think there will be a Pagani. I think there's going to be a back and forth, and maybe Kelly can run the middle, because I think they've still been having a dominant force, especially with one player. But we'll get to that when we get to her. Yes, I'm talking about Sophie. Was there anything else to say about Alex? I don't think.
I think it was good overall. It was all overall. I would say a good episode, not a great episode, but a good episode for Alex.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Wins immunity, gets some chicken. Like, I think he's happy.
No tribal once again.
Yeah.
He's living his dream. He's on the survivor vacation.
Literally, he went from losing this entire game, like the first 4 members of his tribe, and then immediately earned a chicken and won two immunities.
Yeah. So you know what? Hell yeah, Alex, because he's doing better than Sophie. Decent episode.
He is doing better.
I mean, I think again this episode was. I know you're talking about Alex, but I think this episode was still really good. I'm standing by that. Next up, though, we have Steven, who I have a number 4.
I put him back.
Put him back down.
Yeah, I put him back. You know, Steven's gonna consistently be in my top 7. I don't see Steven anywhere lower than top 7. I think there are other people that really take that spot. But Steven really needs to show me where he is. I know we got to see some stuff, but I need to see moves. Steven, you're another player. I need to see go to tribal council. The only reason why MC is higher and she hasn't been to all these tribal councils is because she has the idol. Or has the opportunity of getting the idol. But Steven, it's not a knock on your game. I think you have a great social game. I think you're in a really good spot for within your tribe currently. However, we're in this position right now where it's I need to see a resume. And if I'm going to put you at a specific point, what's Steven done?
I mean, we're talking about resumes at the final 12?
Yeah, we're talking about resumes. Who's got the best resume at the merge? My top five has a resume. I'm ready to tell you.
I mean, yeah, but by circumstance, okay, you can't just you can't win everything and then be called a GOAT and no resume.
I need someone who's gonna win out.
I mean, win out? He has won every challenge. All right.
I need him to win out even more. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's where because here's the thing, we could really like Steven for the person that Steven is, but it really comes down to a tribal council when I see gameplay. When I see gameplay, I see cracks, I see faults, and if people start showing their cards a little bit more and showing those cracks in their gameplay, it's going to be a lot easier to crack down who's going to last longer than the others.
I wish Steven was here because I know he showed up when we were talking about him in the first episode when we were a little lower on
and
him.
He popped up,
guys, and I'm like, Steven didn't have a good premiere. I thought this was a great episode for Steven, and I think Steven's been doing really, really well. It's just been very subtle because Steven, he doesn't get a lot of he doesn't dominate the screen times, but he's just always shown doing things, and he's always shown talking to people, and he's always shown playing the game. I think the chicken scene, I really hope that was a very good scene for Steven, and I hope that was intentional and deliberate because Steven was shown just having a social game at work. He told a funny story about, killing his dog, his roommate's dog, and something about it just gave me good feeling for Steven and his win equity. I think also, again, him having a montage where he's making bonds with everyone. People seem to trust him. He gets a lot of really good second point of view, right? A lot of people say they like Steven, and I think because of that, if you're not going to go to tribal and there's not really a way for you to make moves that overplaying, Steven's been doing it properly, and he's been doing everything correct, I think. And there's no reason for me to discredit what he's doing because he hasn't gone to tribal yet.
Then there you go. I mean, I listen, I'm going to stand by it. As of right now, moving forward, I don't see Steven dropping lower than 7. Now, that floor can keep moving up throughout the season, but I have to see him go to a tribal council. It's been too long. We are on episode 5 now, and I have not seen 4 people go to tribal. I need to see those people go to tribal because it's going to show me if Sophie, Christina, Steven, MC, if they came to play. I need to see if they came to play because I know MC can play because I know she's going to get the information. She always gets the information. I know she'll play that idol correctly. But
It's a common 2v1 SmackDown against Josh. Yeah, I mean, I get having MC higher. I just think that MC's screen time just feels like she's getting screen time because she's kind of required to get screen time with what's been going on. Like she needs to have a piece of pie in the story, but she's not getting anything when she doesn't need to get something. Steven gets screen time when he doesn't need screen time, and that's the big difference for me personally. That's what Jay has also been saying, and I see the Rachel upside. I do, because I think of the Rice incident from 47. Just personal content when it fits.
When it fits.
When it fits. And Josh, do you want to take over for the next person? Do you have anything else to say about Steven? Because I think we kind of scratched the catalyst.
I do think I know who the next person is. Maybe actually, you know what? Surprise me.
Surprise you? Well, either way, I'm letting you take the focus on this because it's MC.
It wasn't the person who I thought it was. I thought it was actually Nate. But I will continue. I love MC. Listen, great episode for MC. MC gets to go on the journey. I was freaking out because I'm like, whoa, we have somebody who can potentially get another advantage in this game. And MC not only has that beware advantage, but whatever this other advantage was seemed to be really exciting. This continued to show to me, and I still stand by it, by last episode, MC is the most physical competitor this season. This season. We thought it would be Jake, but no. It is actually MC. And now I'm not going to discredit Nate because Nate and MC did all that together. But this is just another testament to show you that MC is that girl. Like,
true.
MC winning every single challenge, being a determining factor in every single challenge. MC has really shown that she is the one to beat. So either MC is going to go really, really, really early in the merge. Either they need to get MC out, and she's going to be the one to beat this season. That everyone's going to be saying weeks on end, we need to get out MC, we need to get out MC, and MC can't go. Or she's going to go on a run. And I'm willing to take the run.
Yeah, I mean, I want to like MC more. I know I've raised her a little higher, but that's just because people are getting voted out and the floor is moving. And plus, I have a real hipster opinion that I'm about to share. But the thing with MC is that she got outplayed this episode, and I don't like that for her win equity and her winning chances.
I hear that.
I think Nate, no matter how you want to cut it, even though it didn't hurt MC, she still got played, and she still didn't advocate for herself. And I think she even understood the writing was on the wall when Nate even was like, "Oh, the hourglass is about to run out." However, I think she's still in a good spot. It's just she needs more. We're getting to the point now where you can't just coast off of winning all the challenges and getting screen time when you need it. You need more. And MC's kind of falling behind more and more. And I might move her lower as time goes on.
I can't stand by that. I'm so sorry. Like, I just can't.
I can't go forward with this podcast. I got to move on. No. I'm doing my own.
I can't. I'm gonna have to leave. You're right. MC did get outplayed there. It was very tough to watch for my girl. But you know, I've been a big fan of MC. I've really, really liked MC's game. I think she's playing really solid right now. She's playing really, really solid. Like in a great position. Everyone feels good with her. Honestly, I said this after episode 1. There was one person on that tribe that I would want to play with or go to and say I want to play with. It was MC. It really would be. I think MC's got what it takes to be a Survivor winner. I honestly would like to see. I think after the season, I know she didn't get a great edit so far. Like we're not really seeing a dominant MC season. But I would love to see MC again. I think MC will be like one of our immunity comp winners this season that people are just going to want to see again because MC just keeps winning.
Do you know who MC is going to remind me of? This might be a little this might be a hot take, this might be a crackpot, but just trust me on this because this is all gut feeling. Do you know who MC kind of reminds me of in a way, just based off of vibes?
Who?
Andrea from Redemption Island, Karamoan, and Game Changers.
Okay.
You're laughing.
Why?
You're laughing,
Why?
but hear me out.
Why?
Because both players, they are triple threat-esque players. MC is good strategically, socially, and physically. We know this. Just off the bat, she was insulated well on Hina. Even though she hasn't gone to travel yet, she's been doing a good job. Something tells me she's going to make early merge. Everyone's going to call her a threat because of how good she is physically, or how good she is socially or strategically. And she gets sniped early on, and she's going to be one of those players where no matter what happens, she can always make it to like the midpoint of the game and then be a threat.
I can see it.
Sydney, I can kind of see, but not as much because Sydney was not in the she was kind of from
Sydney closed a lot of doors.
Did she? I thought she wasn't really.
Sydney played everyone at the end, but I felt like Sydney was very vocal about people that she didn't like.
Are you thinking of 41?
Oh, I'm thinking of a different Sydney. Sorry.
I'm thinking Go Wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, I didn't think she was closed off. I thought she played. I mean, she was closed off to like Kyle and Scott, but no,
I feel like, but Sydney had a. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I thought she was playing a good. I mean, she was not in the power structure at first, but she wasn't really like. She was like not in the power structure, but she was. I don't know. Her game was weird. Like the early game of Ko Rong was weird. Like it's very none of the storylines really go anywhere. It's kind of scuffed. Go watch Ko Rong, guys. It's a weird time. But is there anything more you want to see or say about MC besides you want to play with her and you want to hang out with her and
MC's
Stockwatch?
MC's just a chill player. Like I've been rooting for MC all season.
I'm scared to say anything bad about MC because I feel like she's the kind of player where you're gonna say something bad about it. You're gonna be like, MC is doing this, and then she's going to have a glow up episode. MC's the winner. I'm on board now. I see the vision, Josh. I see what you're rocking. There we go. Speaking of winners, we got Rizgod now coming up.
Hold up.
Number 7.
I've been waiting to talk on not Rizgod, on another player for a long time, and you're telling me that they're in the final 3? Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that one, Will. We're gonna have to talk.
I have him. I know who you're thinking of. I have him number 2.
That's why I'm like, what? Okay, well, Rizzo, you received your vote. Your perfect game is over. It's over.
Hello, Josh Elliott Rizgod. That's what I love to see. Rizzo, it's becoming clear. Rizzo is not the strategic hire this season. He's the personality hire. But goddamn, do we love it? Nothing wrong with personality hires on Survivor. I would be one. For just so we're transparent when I say that. It's not that Rizzo isn't playing the game well. It's just I feel like a lot of his strategic sides are more just following the Uli power structure. He hasn't done anything to really be his own player. Yes, he found the idol, he found the beware advantage, but then he also told his whole tribe. So he's still playing and not just his alliance, but Jawan as well and Sage as well, which is getting him into hot water very early on because Sage threw him under the bus this episode. So I think that's a little sloppy, and I think that Rizzo is going to have a fall and rise this season. That's what I'm predicting. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Rizzo has his trials and tribulations and then comes back up, kind of like a Sam. I don't know. I see a lot of Sam upside in Rizzo. And have you ever picked up the wrong script on a movie set, Josh?
No, I've
No.
never done that.
Shout out Josh. He knows where his scripts are.
Yeah, I print them out and I have my own binder.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But
yeah, it was to me it's just another regular Rizzo episode. I don't like here's the tough thing. I really don't think we've still seen enough of Rizzo. Is that crackpot?
I mean,
I think Rizzo's been around, but like I feel like he's more of a side character.
Yeah,
To be honest. He's got the idol, but he's going to be protected in terms of numbers. Like I'm assuming the merge is next, and I'm looking at those numbers, and I'm like, he's got his whole original tribe. He's sitting in a great spot with the idol, but it's we're not getting much strategic value.
I think Rizzo right now he's set up and shown like he's a main character, and I really think that. I mean, it could just be some biases at play here, but I really think that Rizzo is going to come into his own in terms of weight in the edit, but I still don't think that's going to surmount to a lot when the season's over. But I don't know. Rizzo's one of those guys where I don't like. I find him annoying until he's on my screen and like in a confessional, and then I'm like, okay. This guy's not taking himself seriously whatsoever.
No, I love it.
And I can't blame editor. Like I can't blame him for the editors giving us the same confessionals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm reading some of these comments. They're funny.
I mean, I love our commenters. You think Rizzo and Savannah are going to clash as well, Josh? Gemini makes.
I don't think so. Right now, I think they're working good together. They're working well together. I don't think that they're going to clash because Savannah was also very open about finding the idol for Rizzo. So I think Savannah's not going to clash with Rizzo only because Savannah's already told us that she doesn't want to vote out people that are good for her game, and Rizzo is definitely good for her game.
I do think down the line, I could see Rizzo doing something to annoy Savannah. I think no matter what,
it doesn't take much.
And Chris doesn't think that that your opinion was crackpot because every vote's been straightforward. I agree with that as well.
It has been straightforward. I need a blind side.
Oh yeah.
Where's the Annie blind side? That's the only blind side we got.
Okay. What about the Jake blind side?
The snake.
He didn't see it. He didn't see it coming.
Jake the snake.
Jake the snake.
Jake and his snake.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Rizzo. I don't think he's winning for what it's worth. I have a strong gut feeling that Rizzo, no matter what, is not winning the season. But it doesn't say anything about whether or not he's a main character or plays well or anything. I just don't think he is the person who will be crowned the winner at the end of the season. Is that fair? Is that a fair thing to say? Better common man, Josh, Elliot Pickle?
I think so. I think it's fair. Right now, we just haven't seen enough. We need to see moves. I'm ready to see Rizzo moves. Where is the Riz God and his moves? I need to see maybe with the idol. I mean, he's got an idol, so he can definitely do something. He's got a move in his pocket.
And then they show him picking up the wrong flag because he's still Savannah's idol in the future. I see it. Well, I mean, it's not Savannah's idol. It's Rizzo's idol that Savannah found for Rizzo.
Yeah.
Unless Savannah also finds an idol later on, which I could see. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool.
Survivor's confusing. Speaking of confusing, you have Nate number 5?
Yeah. Why is Nate number 2? I mean,
because
great episode for Nate, but I don't think Nate's going to be anywhere close to the finals. Absolutely not. People are going to see that Nate is smart.
I don't know. I don't think they'll see that Nate's smart. I think there's a lot of smart players. I think Savannah's smart. I think Rizzo to a point is smart, even though I called him the personality hire. I think Steven's smart. I think there's a lot of smart cookies in this tribe, and everyone feels more strategic coded this season, right? This is a game of strategists this season, unlike last season where it was a lot of like big threats and more honorable players. And Nate is a dark horse. I agree. I think Nate is shown to be a very crafty player and a player that thinks on his feet really well. I think the journey was a brilliant showcase of how Nate plays the game. He didn't want to go because he didn't want to lose anything, but he still went to prevent Jason from going and able to getting an advantage. And he outsmarts MC, and he doesn't know what a mukbang is. I knew what mukbangs were because I've been on the internet for my entire life, and it's rough.
Nate just having to be taught things throughout the season is just I love that.
And that's another like personal, unrelated, like we talked about Steven having that with the chicken earlier. Nate had that this episode with the whole mukbang thing, which goes with his storyline, his narrative pre-built of him being the older guy outsider who has to fit in, which is an established storyline of Nate from early on. And so when there's callbacks to a storyline and when storylines are getting strengthened and reinforced, I take note. And that's why I have Nate number 2.
All right. I don't have much to say about Nate because I think he's besides the fact that he's solidified in an alliance and that seems to be going really well. It's just I've seen what Nate can do. Nate deserves to be high on this list, but I don't know if Nate can do anything other than outwit and outplay. I don't know if he can outlast. I also don't know if Nate. No.
The live thinking in real time. We shut Josh down.
He definitely has outwit, but I don't know if that's going to take him.
I think what Nate needs is that killer instinct. I don't want Nate to be loyal to his alliance, and I'm afraid he will be. And if he stays Uli strong the entire time, I think that's a death sentence for Nate. I hope that Nate is able to have that. I hope he can just cut people when needed, and I want him to play to win, and that's what I really want Nate to do. I hope he's not just doing it for the adventure.
Yeah, I don't think Nate's doing it for the adventure. I think Nate actually wants to win. I think he's playing to win. He's thinking like he wants to win. Because if it was for the adventure, why would Nate try and convince MC to not get the advantage?
That's what I'm saying.
He's trying to win because he wants his vote. He needs it. Nate made a really, really smart move this episode.
But lying and trying to outsmart an objective threat and target and someone that is not with you whatsoever is different than him, possibly voting out Rizzo. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more weight into voting out Rizzo for Nate. But also, again, I liked seeing Nate socialize with MC as well. We didn't mention that yet, but he used the journey to make inroads with people. That's the other reason why I have him at number 2 and not just, number 5.
What was 4. No, they're on different tribes. MC and Nate would be on different tribes for those tribe swaps that Jay sent us.
Unless they go to tribal together, which is still possible.
That's tough. If
they
went to tribal, I wouldn't know who would go.
I don't blame you. And Mike White walked and Nate could run. I agree. And Josh, would you go in White Lotus? Josh,
I would love to. I love White Lotus. It's a good show.
I haven't seen it yet. I still need to
watch it. It's a great show.
I'm too busy watching Big Brother 4 right now. It's been a time.
Seasons.
Okay, my fault.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
please forgive me. Anywho, we're making good progress. You want to talk about Savannah now? You want to call it good?
We can do it.
Let's do it. Unless there's more to say about Nate, which I don't think there is. Because Savannah, what more is there to say about Savannah? I did drop her, though. I put her number 3, and I've deliberately put her number 3.
It was tough for me. Savannah continues to control the narrative, and she continues to be in everyone's ears. What I really stuck out with me was Savannah decided to be good with everyone. Like, even with Jason. Even playing all sides. How is nobody clocking this? She's very vocal
Yeah.
about wanting to get out Juwan, but that's only because of personal issues. But like, she has not wavered from that. So
Yeah.
I think Savannah is this big threat that just everyone's refusing to see because they need her. They absolutely need her.
Yeah. So there's two things with Savannah that both really help her and really hurt her, and I don't know what to make of it because, like, at first, right, she is very negative in the confessionals, and yes, we don't really get villains anymore, and I'm not making the case that Savannah's being a villain. We can't have this on Survivor. We need nice people, guys. We need kumbaya. We need more Hinas. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's a pattern in the players who tend to win and get the winning edits, and Savannah is just a little too negative for my liking for me to comfortably have her as number one. I think of like Venus, right? Venus had some negativity, and I can go back to like last few seasons and see like the minor villains that people like to call villains but aren't really villains because they don't really do much villainous outside of like Venus from 46. Savannah's like the first true actual villain that we've gotten because she's been very vocal about everything, and I really like that.
Yeah.
However, a little too negative, but her name has not been mentioned at all, and she's been in good with everyone. Every time there's a threat called out from Hina or from anyone, it's either been Shannon on the other tribe, which fair enough, and this tribe, it's all Rizzo, it's all Nate. Savannah's been clear out of the crossfires. She's made good inroads with Sophie as well, so in case Uli ever decimates, she still has Sophie with her. I just don't know with how negative she's been. It's a little too much.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I think you, like you said, Nate needs to have that killer instinct. Nate doesn't have that killer instinct that Savannah does have, and that's why I think Savannah's gonna win. As of right now, that's what I see, but I probably won't have like a locked in answer as to who wins until I see at least like 2 to 3 vote outs that merge. I need to see what shape shifts. I think that's where I'll get a clearer answer. But right now, I think Savannah can do it. I think she can definitely convince, and I would not want to sit in the end with Savannah. Savannah can talk. Savannah can talk.
I agree.
I would not want to sit in the end with her.
Me neither. By the way, we got some comments too. I always want to read the comments. I like the comments. But Jay says I like Savannah and Sophie, but it would be obvious if they won. Survivor doesn't really give dominant edits to women winners, so it doesn't bode well for Savannah. I would agree, but I think if there was an exception, it would be Savannah in terms of just dominating and getting a good edit and being Kim Spradlin. Has anyone mentioned Kim Spradlin vibes with Savannah yet? Is that just me? No. That's okay. I'm sorry, guys. My fault. I won't make the Kim Spradlin comparison ever again. But no. I like Savannah. I think Savannah's been doing really good so far. I dropped her just because I thought Nate had a more subtle episode. I think the next player will have a more subtle episode. And Savannah needs to calm down. She needs a cool down episode. She needs an episode where not much happens, but everything is going right. That's what I am looking for. And she needs to stop the contradictions. Saying you like Jason and considering voting out Jawan and then going back and voting out Jason anyways, not good for the edits. Not good for the stocks. In my opinion. from the patterns I've recognized. But who are we, Josh? Who are we?
Who are we to decide?
That's the ultimate question. Is there anything else you want to say about Savannah as well?
No, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Got nothing for you.
Got nothing for you? Shout out to Got Something For You. And shout out to Sophie, who had what I think is the best episode you could have in the context of the season. This was it. This was perfect. This was peak from Sophie.
Well, I think Sophie is a very great example of just our overall winner, especially for this episode. I mean, Sophie survived every tribal council.
Mhm.
How are you not gone? 6
Yeah.
people go. You've been to every tribal. How has your name not been one of them that's been written down? Honestly, if Sophie makes it to the end, I don't know how she doesn't win. I don't know how
Yeah.
she doesn't win. Um, I just can't put her higher than Savannah because I think that all in all, it's Uli that's going to be filling up that jury, and Savannah's going to get the votes over Sophie. That's where I struggle with this.
I agree. I just don't think Savannah's making Final Tribal Council.
Oh,
And honestly, I see Sophie beating Savannah.
oh, Sophie with an E? No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah, Sophie with a knee. Yeah, I see it. I 100. No, I think Sophie more than anything else, she has the story, and
She
if
does.
nothing else,
Why
you know-
didn't they bring Sophie back? Like, I mean, this is where I'm saying, right? I'm here. I'm like, Sophie is a player that I would love to see play Survivor again. Like,
Yeah,
100%. Right now, I'm a little confused because I'm not seeing that much gameplay. I'm like, wow, where's the wow? Where's the wow factor? You know? And I'm seeing it from right now is Sophie in terms of gameplay, in terms of what we've seen. But given Sophie's been to 6 tribal councils, no, not even 5 tribal councils.
Yeah.
So I need to see the wow, and I'm hoping that we get that in the next like 2 episodes.
See, the thing about the WoW, the reason why I disagree is because this episode was a self-fulfilling prophecy for Sophie. And it's a small trend I like to see, and it's the reason why I write down everything on my notebook. Because Sophie had one confessional this episode, right? It was after the challenge. They lost. Everyone's feeling defeated. Sophie says, I don't have any energy to do this. I am beat. I've been to non-top tribals, just no breaks whatsoever. I can't do it anymore. I need to relax, and I need to let my connections carry me through this tribal. What happens immediately after? She gets no more screen time. She doesn't get any more confessionals, but she's shown laying in the hammock. Savannah and Rizzo start talking about whether or not they want to cut Jason or Jawan, which tells Sophie that she is way more insulated in the Uli power structure than she might have either thought or what have you. And I think Sophie had the best edit for that reason. It reminds me of Fabio.
Not a Fabio.
It does. And I know what that sounds like. And I like hearing my own echo back at me. I heard Fabio again. Fabio had a confessional, episode 9 of Survivor Nicaragua. I don't know if it's episode 9 or not. But his whole confessional was in the between of a lot of people giving their strategic insights of like whether or not they want to vote out like Brenda or you know, what have you. Fabio is just like, I need to just lay low, be cool, not piss anyone off, hang out. And he's doing just that, and it works. Sophie says, I need to just lay low, let my connections do the work. Bam. She's now in the core of the Uli tribe. That is winning right there. That's winning right there.
I'm all for it. Honestly, I would be very happy if Sophie won this season. I think Sophie would be a very, very deserving winner. Just because you just like, how do you not go? Like every tribal council possible. If Sophie goes again, if Sophie has the narrative where Sophie makes every single tribal council, like that's pretty good. You know who we saw that made a lot of tribal councils? Kenzie. Kenzie made a lot. Denise made a lot. Yeah. All these disaster tribes, like.
I mean, being on a disaster tribe is a winning strategy. That's the problem with like I hate when people like just hate on it. I don't know. I think you can be on a disaster tribe.
Mm.
And Jay thought Sophie was gonna quit. Nah, Sophie's not quitting. Sophie's winning. But you know, this was again a really good episode. I think it didn't change any directions, but I think it's helping to set up a lot of storylines. And I hope they go somewhere. I hope it's not like 48. No offense to 48, but you know, I think there's more players who have more screen time. I think the players who are getting shafted, there's now only realistically 2 in my opinion. I think it's just Christina and Sophie who are getting nothing. Sage now has screen time. MC has screen time.
It's like Sophie and Christina haven't had their moment yet. Everyone else has had a moment, but those Christina really haven't had their moment. Christina had one crying confessional. That is not a moment. That to me, that's not a moment. I want to see Christina have a moment, like whether it's just like a real life thing or just like them, just not a confessional. I don't know. I still want to see more. I still feel like there's more content we can get from those two.
I agree. And I do think it might be a little late for Christina. Something tells me that she's just going to like that was her moment of the season and she's going to fizzle out. That is just the prediction I'm giving based off the edit. Again, we're not hateful here at Survivor Now Stockwatch. Everything we say is against the editors at large.
I mean, the editors are the ones telling us the story. Like, well, who else are we supposed to get mad at?
Exactly. I just like to give that PSA because I don't want us to. I don't want the show to seem like we're just bashing on people.
No,
because Lord knows how we.
It's really all up to the editors telling the story of the season because essentially they're the ones that have all the information, that have the whole story told to them. They're just the ones that are retelling it to us and showing us what is being told. Whose story are they telling? Right now, it's not Sophie or Christina's. So
yeah. But anywho, Josh, I think that might be it for today. Honestly, I thought we had some good discussions. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, some crackpot theories.
So we got some real crackpot. Sophie's the new Fabio. Mark it down, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm saying exactly. And is there any final remarks you wanna give out to the people at home?
No, not really. This was like Jack said. This episode could have been an email. It was pretty predictable. But
it was a good episode.
I think it's leading into another predictable episode, but I am curious to see the dynamics. I think that's going to be something that's unpredictable. So we'll get some new things, but again, I do see a scenario where Shannon could still go home. So I'm going to leave it at that.
And I think the viewers at home as well. Again, I keep saying this. I'm not used to talking for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm still feeling like the dust or the rust of Survivor Now Stockwatch. Come episode 10 when we're only talking about 4 people, we'll be in business. We'll be talking good. Anywho, peace everyone. We love y'all.